Now back with Martin Biron. Last week, talking to you, I remember you declared that Jacob Markstrom was by far the best goaltender available heading to the NHL trade deadline. Yeah. You also said you think he will be dealt. So we're going to put you on the spot here. What are the three best landing spots for Jacob Markstrom?
Okay, well, I am going to be on the spot, but these three spots are definitely where I think Jacob Markstrom will end up. Number three, I'm looking at the Los Angeles Kings. Now, you have to figure out the cap space, right? And teams have to have a certain amount of cap space, and the Kings will have $4 million at the deadline to be able to spend. Now, they've got 3 wins in 17. They fired their coach. They do have Cam Talbot, who was an all-star, but he hasn't won in a month and a half. So you're looking at Jacob Markstrom with the Kings, and the Kings have prospects and picks that they could trade back to the Calgary Flames. So that's number three. Number two, the Carolina Hurricanes. Again, let's look at the cap space that they will have at the deadline, about $6.5 million in cap space. They can make Jacob Markstrom's contract work right there. And they do have Kochetkov, who's played well, who is signed for 3 more seasons after this. But Freddie Anderson's health and Antti Ranta's subpar performances make the Carolina Hurricanes a perfect landing spot for Jacob Markstrom. And number one, I'm looking at the New Jersey Devils. $8.2 million of deadline cap space for the New Jersey Devils. Obviously, Vanacek has not worked out. Akira Schmid or Nico Dawes, they're young. It hasn't worked out. And I think if the Devils get Jack Hughes fully healthy and they have about 2 months to make a stance, they're only 5 points back of the Flyers. I really feel that Markstrom with the New Jersey Devils would be a perfect fit for them to not only make the playoffs, make a push in the playoffs with the talent that they have on that team.
Now, Markstrom has 2 more years at $6 million per on his deal. Does that help or hurt the Flames' potential a return in this trade?
Well, I think it helps the Flames, right? Because Jacob Markstrom is not a $6 million goalie. He's playing like an $8.5, $9 million goaltender right now. So you're getting value. And 2 years on the deal, you're getting, hopefully, the Jacob Markstrom that's playing this year, the Jacob Markstrom that played 2 years ago, and you're saying, hey, at $6 million, we have great value right there. But I think that value gets equalized by the lack of leverage that the Flames have because Markstrom has a no-movement clause. So what you're looking at is you probably come into Jacob Markstrom and saying, hey, listen, we have a couple of teams that we would like to trade you to. What do you think? And then he probably picks one, and the Flames have to negotiate with that team. So the leverage is not there for the Flames. So I would like to say that the contract adds value in a trade that the Flames could get really something significant in return. But obviously the no-movement clause is going to, level it all off and make it even when it comes to value. So I'd be interested to see what the return would be. But I think you're not gaining an advantage because of the 2 years left on Jacob Markstrom's contract.
Yeah, and he'll be 35 next year and will make less than only 6 other goaltenders in the NHL. Martin Biron, thanks again.